Hey guys, good morning. This is Diary of a Coach, episode 304. 304. How are you? Good morning. How's it going? How's the week going? Today's Thursday. The week is gradually inching to a close, and it's a beautiful week so far. This is the week of possibilities, the week of possibilities. Everything is doable. It's the week of thinking big. This is the week of open-mindedness. This is the week of greatness. This is the week of possibilities. And I hope you've been enjoying congratulations and celebrations and good news in your life. This is the week of possibilities. So I want to share a secret with you. You know, when I wake up every morning, there is this song I have determined to be my song of the year. It's a song by Sinach. And the song is There's an Overflow. I've been playing that song back to back every day. There's an overflow. And so when I slept this morning, as I was waking up, the song that woke up with me was I Am Blessed by Sinach, from her old album. The song is I Am Blessed. So I went to iTunes and found it. And all morning I've been playing that song, I am blessed, I am blessed. So this morning, I want to take us on that tangent where, I just shared a link I found on Twitter in the BSG group. The link is a very short talk by Bishop Oyedepo, where he was saying, your influence is not a function of your title, but it's a function of your name. And the influence on your name is a function of the value you are adding to society and to life. So I'm tying all this up. I'm tying up everything. I'm tying up the reality that there is a value you are adding to humanity. There is an identity that you represent. And when we merge these two elements together, you are a force to reckon with. So let's look at it this way. First and foremost, before you come to the point where you are adding value to humanity, there is an identity that you are, that you represent, that you identify with, that you are of. There is an identity which already automatically says you are first a spiritual entity before you are a physical entity. So there is an identity that you are, that is bigger than what you think. And until you come to the awareness of that identity, you're likely to be playing at the level of fowls and chicken instead of soaring like an eagle. So you need to recognize first your identity. Your identity is supreme, first and foremost. And the more you understand your identity, which says you are invincible, the soul and spirit of man is invincible. That is why it is believed that anyone that believes in something, that is determined to do anything, can do anything. You can actually do anything on the surface of the earth, provided you can sit down and build capacity for it. So by nature and wiring and design, you have a capacity, you have an identity, you have a design that is factory fitted to accomplish anything on the surface of the earth. It is your natural wiring. You see, I like the way Stephen Akintayo put it when he came for BSG Summit 2019. He said, when your father and your mother made love, had sex, and conceived you, the conception was by itself a victory of war, because there were millions of spermatozoa that were released on that particular event, and you outwitted millions of sperms to fertilize the egg that your mother produced. That by itself shows that you emerged to become something. If that is so, he says he cannot understand why you are now born to the world and then you conclude that your own portion is to be a mediocre. Your own portion is to die a failure. Your own portion is to die a non-entity. He says he cannot comprehend it. And I completely agree with him. Because in my book, Fearless Seed, I talked about the fact that our identity by design is fearless, is exaggerated, is ambitious, is bold, can take the world. And that is the primary definition. The thing that happens with us is that as we are now born into the world, we begin to associate with experiences of people who have felt defeated. And then we begin to rationalize our confidence, our boldness, and begins to look like maybe I'm overdoing it. Because the majority of the people around us seem to have been coward and they have been suppressed and subdued. So maybe I'm the one that is doing it too far. I'm taking it too far. Have you not heard people tell you, what is your own self? You are not realistic. You are too optimistic. You don't understand. You are still a child. In fact, in this life has not dealt with you. Have you not heard people say those things? Because they have been subdued by their own experiences. And they are trying to project on you the potential that they have subdued and then make you look like you are doing too much. Ladies and gentlemen, by design and wiring, we are created to succeed. By design and wiring, we are created to create. We are created to change things. We are created to move things. We are created to effect things. So when things around you are not working, they don't look like they are working, you have the audacity and the authority and the wiring to change things. So in one of my teachings in soccer, I normally would say, your authority is the conviction you have that you are designed to do something. That's your authority. The authority you have to do anything. Because someone will say, who authorizes you to do this? Where did you get the certification to do this? Who taught you to do this? What makes you think you can do this? Guess what? I do not need any certification to demonstrate my powers. I am wired to be powerful. I do not need any validation from any regulating authority to say, oh, Sam has now been authorized to be a champion. No certification is sufficient to authorize me. No certification is sufficient to authorize you. The moment you find why you were designed and why you were created, that is the authority by itself. The conviction that I am wired to do this thing is the authority by itself. That is why you find a child demonstrate some capacities and you're wondering, oh my God, this child is so gifted. This child is so talented. All of us are that child. There is a place where you are gifted, talented, wired to succeed. And it is that place that is your authority. Nobody on the surface of the earth can authorize you to do what you were wired to do. All these things we're doing is just makeshift. It's just to satisfy somebody's ego somewhere. Someone somewhere wants to feel the ego that I am verifying you, I'm validating you, I'm authorizing you. Boom, come. Nobody on the, so that's why when we come, even people who come to our classes, when we're doing personality assessment, I normally tell them, no personality assessment can really tell you who you are. It's just a guide. It's just a guide. So when we give you personality assessment, we're just opening your eyes to a peripheral information segment, like just a part, I think it's just a drop of who you are. So you need to understand that no personality assessment, no verification exam, no certification exam, no prometric exam, no examination board that can tell you this is what you were designed to do and this is how you can do it. Please, don't be screwed by those definitions. Use them as a guide. But first and foremost, you have the authority to denounce. You have the authority to denounce feedback that does not conform with your spirit. Sean Stevenson, the late Sean Stevenson said, any feedback that does not empower you is not for you. You have the authority to denounce feedback that does not align with your spirit. You need to understand that. So you are a blessing by design. Nobody makes you a blessing. You are not a blessing by whom you married. You are not a blessing by whom you are working for. You are not a blessing by the people you are blessing. You are not a blessing by the people you are giving things. You are not a blessing by the things you are receiving. You are not a blessing by the title you carry, doctor, MBA, first degree, life coach. You are not a blessing by being called any title. You are not a blessing by being admired. You are a blessing by design, first and foremost. And that is very important to take note of. So your authority is in your conviction. And then the doing of the conviction is the power that you carry. You feel powerful when you do what you're convinced about. That's what I always say. Your authority is in your conviction, and your power is in doing the conviction. So the more I teach, the more powerful I become. The more I do therapies, the more powerful I become. The more I coach people, the more powerful I become. The more I help people, the more powerful I become. That is what it means. That's why Bishop Oyedepo said, it is in the value you are adding to people that your name becomes authority. So, and the value you are adding is tied to the conviction. So, as you are convinced you are wired for something, if you are doing what you are wired in, you now become powerful. Your influence grows, your name grows, your reputation grows, your value increases. Then you begin to get return on that investment of your time, because then people begin to pay you for the value you are adding. That is how we ascend. So I just want you to understand, it's a good thing to get certification, no problem. It's a good thing to go to school, of course. The more we learn, because the scripture says, study to show yourself approved unto God, a worker that is not ashamed to divide the word of truth. That is correct. Studying is key. Educating yourself is powerful. Knowing more is very good. It gives you illumination, because the more you know, the more you are aware the areas you should be focusing on. I completely am a student of studying. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying that is not the root of your power. The root of your power is knowing that by nature and design, you're already powerful. By nature and design, you're already wired to succeed. And that is why even those that did not go to any school emerged as powerful people. Go back in the days of Mansa Musa and all those old people, those people in the village that we used to adore. Many of them did not go to school in those days. When the white man came to Africa to colonize our people, it is not because our people went to any school anyway. They were educated in their own way, in their local Creole ways, but they were powerful in that sense. So there is a wiring that you have that supersedes academics. And you must understand that. Fundamentally, you are wired above academics. And don't let academics weigh you down. You write an exam, you don't pass, you say, you see, I just don't know what's wrong with my brain. My brain is dead. I'm just dull. Dull, bao. You are not dull anything. You need to connect with the essence of your wiring, because that is where your power comes from. And then add value in line with it. Be in alignment in your spirit every given time. Let your spirit be your compass. That is why it's very important to be close to God, because God, in his infinite mercy, through his Holy Spirit, would instruct you so that your journey is shorter. It's very important to understand this. So that as your journey is shorter, you're going in alignment with your spirit, with a conviction that you are with God. Then you just realize that you are doing this and people are wondering, how is this guy doing it? How is this babe doing it? They don't understand. Eventually, they will understand. And you need to know that. So, I feel in my elements this morning, and I'm grateful to have done this. This is Diary of a Coach. This is episode 304. Tomorrow evening, I'm hosting someone I respect so much, Dr. Victor Upere. He's coming to talk to us about how to reinforce our marketing efforts. I'm happy at the delegates I've seen in the roll call. I've been seeing corporate organizations sending delegates. I'm really impressed. People are actually putting their money where their mouth is, and they're taking their businesses seriously. Very, very good. So I've seen the roll call this morning, and I'm impressed at the number of people who have subscribed to be in class tomorrow, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. How to monitor and measure your marketing efforts. Dr. Victor Ukpere. It's only 10K. 10,000 naira will not do you any harm. Very, very important. By the way, spare me a second. I need to pick something. 1 second. Thank you. I'm back. I almost forgot. The business of the week. I have not announced the business of the week this week. So the business of the week is Audrey's Stitches. Audrey's Stitches. I found a business owner yesterday, and she said, could Sam come and buy my Ankara? I do designs, I do creative designs, I sell Ankara, I sew, and I do some form of creative fashion, and I want you to come and patronize me. I was like, tell me more about your business. And when she went on, her energy was very attractive, very compelling energy, and she looked beautiful, and her mind is very active. And I said, business of the week. So I took her details, and I'm about to tell you. Audrey's Stitches, shop 154, Farouk Bahago Block in Garki International Markets. Audrey's Stitches is in shop 154, Farouk Bahago Block in Garki International Market. And you can reach them on 07039009744, 07039009744, or you can call 081-810-82522, 081-810-82522. This is in the Federal Capital City, Abuja in Nigeria, which is in West Africa. So if you want your Ankara purchased, exported, distributed, of course, you should call Audrey's Stitches. If you want to be custom dressed, custom fitted, custom designed, please call Audrey's Stitches. They are in shop 154, Farouk Bahago Block in Garki International Market in Abuja, FCT. So that's the business of the week. Fantastic. So guys, this is Diary of a Coach episode 304. It's been a beautiful morning. Do not forget, thank you, Widad, for writing the number. I love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So don't forget to tell someone you are a blessing. In fact, let's do something. We said it's the week of possibilities, right? And because the week of possibilities, our mind is wired to do possible things. We're designed to do possible things. So let's agree on something. For the next 24 hours, everybody you meet, you tell them you are a blessing. As you are chatting with someone, end the chat by saying you are a blessing. When you place a call or you receive a call, when you finish the call, say you are a blessing. Let there be a distribution of positive vibes today. Let's distribute positive vibes today. Let's be all out. Today is a day of positive vibes giving. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. And when they say, what is this? You are a blessing. Just say, see, you are wired naturally to bless. Simple. There's no explanation for why you are wired, how you are wired. It is just a creed. It's sacrosanct. I am wired as a blessing. You are wired as a blessing. God bless you. Bye.